part of the reason why we're highlighting this matter is that, of course, the general elections will happen next year. The timetable is out. We have two elections coming up this year, and so politicians across board have got to conduct themselves properly. Perhaps that's why the police having these meetings with them across board, to the extent that we expect that they all be treated in the same manner. I mean, look through Ogun, Ekiti, and then you've got this one in Rivers, and some are already talking about potentials in Kwara, others mentioning Gombe. So we want to see the police come across to the people as non-partisan. So if these matters kind of come up, don't you think that that will force the opinion or sway the perception of people, saying they think that the police is not being objective?
Thank you very much, Chamberlain. You know, the situation in River State is being blown out of measure. Ogun State, APC, that's when people, this thing is really giving Nigerians an opportunity to know the difference, to see the difference. Ogun State, I mean, the Ogun guy, their publicity secretary that came on earlier said that what is going on in Ogun State and Ekiti State is a power struggle. At least he admitted. He said it's not out of place with democratic process, that there is a power struggle in Ogun State among Ogun APC members. But incidentally, there are body counts too. And so that people shouldn't look at it, there's a power struggle. Look at the explanation. That what's going on in Ogun State is a power struggle in APC, so it shouldn't be blown out of proportion. That what's going on in Ekiti State is a power struggle. It shouldn't be, if it is happening in APC states, it's a power struggle within the state, so they shouldn't blow it out of proportion. Look at River State, what's happening? Ogun State has body counts. Ekiti State has body counts. There is no body count in River State, yet it is blown, it is eating up the polity with something that is not there. They are just, the thing is that the governor of River State has most unfortunately, yielded himself to become a willing tool in the hands of the people that want to destroy the South. That's what's going on. The governor and some people, they like to be the issue. And because they like to be the issue, they equally want to drag our dear president into they want the president to be the issue. They want President Jonathan to be the issue. The president doesn't want to join issues with them. They are losing sight of the real issue. What are the real issues? The real issues, like we said, is that the National Judiciary Council constitutionally, things that are entrenched in the Constitution, has said, what you're doing is wrong. This is the right thing. They said, no. It's going to be our way. You must have it our way. The court has said, reinstate the chairman of the Obiapo local government. Those are real issues. They said no. We're talking about body counts in Ogun State. And in River State, what are the body counts? Zero. Nobody. Then you have a distinguished senator. These guys are movie actors. Distinguished senator said that he was shot, and the vesting, is it not disturbing that an elected senator of the Federal Republic was shot with, maybe it's blunt trauma, from what he's saying, blunt trauma to the chest, and the first place to visit is not an emergency unit? I mean, because I think that the governor bought some ambulances there. The first point of call is not the emergency room of a hospital. They went to a church. I mean, when things that don't make sense, you see the jaundiced opinions and the jaundiced decision of the APC leadership. Somebody is shot in the chest, and the first place to go is to go to the church. And he's a lawmaker, a senator, and some other APC doctors, because that's what I'm going to assume it to be, wrote a report, a medical report, and they flew him to I mean, if you're coming to APT, come with a clean hands. Come with clean hands. And tell the people, let's see, the Nigerian people need to see we need to see that medical report. Beyond the medical report, we need to see the medical report of what's going on in the UK.
Now, beyond all of this, what do you think the solutions are?
Sir.
Because everyone is worried. The secret agencies have been speaking. And the way politicians, be it PDP, APC, or any other party, have been carrying on, specifically the two parties, APC and PDP, people fear that what we don't want might just be happening in the country. What would you want to see to have a more peaceful process towards 2015 elections and even beyond?
Thank you very much, Suleiman. You know, the thing is that it is not out of place in the principles, the party principles of APC to beat war drum. The other guy, the APC guy that came on earlier, called it a conglomerate. It is a company of strange bedfellows. 2011, they declared openly that they are going to make the nation ungovernable. And that's the part of the process. That's what, when they said they're not going to approve the appointment, that the president's appointment of security, the apex leadership in our security apparatus, that are not going to approve that appointment, it goes to play into their party principles and politics. Let's make sure there is no leadership in the police, if it's possible, no leadership in the Nigerian, chief of army staff, no leadership, no. They don't want the structure there so that they can speedily, carry out their demonic enterprise. That's why he called it a conglomerate. A conglomerate of satanic people that have no plans, no good plans for the nation. When you are taking people hostage, taking the nation hostage. Right, now back to what you said about how do we solve the problem. The citizens will solve the problem. The citizens are seeing what is going on, and the citizens are making a decision. Because the blind, they now know that APC is all about the media. They want to be seen here. They want to be heard. Because if part of their cookbook is that you get a lie, you make it simple, you repeat it over and over and over again over the media, and people will start to believe it. They started with the lie in Rivers State. There's nothing going on in Rivers State. So the thing about it, how do we have a peaceful 2015 election? The president is a very peaceful man. If he was somebody else sitting there, I mean, El-Rufai just the other day said that 2015 is going to be bloody. In the playbook of APC, they've already declared it must be bloody. They are doing whatever they need to do to make sure it's bloody. Rivers State, Ogun State, Ekiti State. These are harbingers of their plan.
Let me ask you, from what you've seen,
loves peace. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
From what you've seen about the police now,
yes,
because the police plays and will play a very vital role in these elections, as well as,
definitely,
in addition to INEC. Do you think that because you have different political parties in different states who are at the helm of affairs there, so some will expect that they should have some sort of maybe bearing or influence, if you will, on the police in whichever states they are in. Do you think that the police can really stand out and say, listen, for these elections, no matter whose ox is God, no matter, yes, you could give us directive or you may pay our bills, but we will ensure that all political parties are treated the same way?
Thank you very much, Chamberlain, for that question. But it is clear, you really have to give credit to the Nigerian police, and you have to give credit to their leadership, the Inspector General of Police. Rivers State has been hitting it up, because everything APC is saying, they keep pointing to Rivers State and they forget to point to Ogun State. They forget to point to Ekiti State. They point to Rivers State. They said that the Commissioner of Police is not doing his duties. What is it? It goes back to impunity. Impunity is when you know what the Constitution says, what the edicts say. If there's going to be a political rally, if there's going to be a gathering, a political rally, you need to inform the police and get their consent to go ahead. The leadership, the government, the governor loves.
Is it their consent
his way.
or
he didn't seek
police
consent. He
protection?
didn't inform the police. He went ahead. I mean, you can't do that. But you see what happened the other day after that brouhaha, after that drama. He went back now and did the right thing. He wrote to the police and informed them, please, we're going to have a rally here. We need police security, police presence. And what happened? The police, the same commissioner that he's demonizing every day, released his people, the men we are there to maintain law and order, not just for APC people, but equally for the residents and indigents of Rivers State. So once I'm from Anambra State, you saw because when we're talking about whether PDP people are going to have undue advantage, not under this leadership of the president, not under the leadership, not under his watch. Anambra State is a very good example. The leadership, the national leadership is PDP. We had an election and PDP lost. I mean, we ate that humble pie in the state because the police stood their ground and did what the law said. They are going to provide, give law, give covering to both the PDP, the non-PDP, and the citizens, which is most important. And you saw, that's why when our national secretary said it was fair, it was because every time they do politics in most part of the country is laced with fighting, killings, bloody, snatching of ballot box. But people came in, voted, when nobody pushed you. The only sweat on your body is because you took a long walk to the polling booth. So I believe under the leadership of President Goodluck Jonathan, that is what we're going to see in 2015 election. You're going to walk from your home to the ward and cast your ballot. This whatever the drama, by hopefully very soon they're going to knock themselves out with all this heating up the polity. The people are becoming aware. People
Mr. Chidolue, may I come in here?
And another good
Can
thing
I get
is
in
that,
a question?
It's good that people call in and make those contributions.
Just quickly.
The attorney, the legal practitioner that called in, said that they should take a case in point. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Mope.
Now, let me quickly ask you. I mean, you ate humble pie in an election in which your own candidate could not vote, and it was described as free and fair by your own party. But that is besides the point. Your own language of describing what is happening in Rivers State or what is happening in the APC, shouldn't it also give you a little cause for concern? Because if we're describing other political parties with words like demonic, satanic, it definitely spells the language of acrimony. Don't you think that this could actually provoke, and before you know what's happening, you are having a back and forth between political parties that could actually contribute to heating up the polity?
Just respond to the bits that you heard.
Because I just lost you. Just the last thing you said. You said, don't I think what? Leave the polling, please.
I think he missed that last part.
He missed the last part of the question.
Well, we're a little worried, or should I say I am a little worried about the language, in which you describe of the political parties, at least your major opposition party, the APC, using words like demonic and satanic. Do you think that, when you have a back and forth of languages like that, don't you think that could actually contribute to heating up the polity, and before you know what's happening, we're in some trouble for the 2015 elections?
It doesn't matter if it reverberates. It's okay. Leave the voting on. It doesn't matter, but it's good I hear.
We can hear you. Go ahead. I think it's still there. Okay, we lost him? Oh dear. Okay. I'm afraid we lost him, but okay, well, not to worry. We'll see what we can do subsequently. But we have to thank you for coming on. Ike Chidolue is a member of the People's Democratic Party, and he joined us from our studios in Abuja. Well, we'll take a break, and we'll be back afterwards. Join us again.